Hey besties, it's aliyahlynettex back at it again with another video. In today's video, we are going to do a sit down talk video. As you guys all know, I am a flight attendant, so let's talk about questions that I've been asked as a flight attendant. So I posted on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, be sure to go do so. aliyahlynettex on Instagram. And I asked on my story, give me some questions that you've always wanted to know or always wanted to ask a flight attendant. I know before becoming a flight attendant, there was a lot of things I always was curious about, but I had nobody to ask because you're not going to just randomly go on the plane. We do have passengers who do, but you're not going to randomly just go on a plane and be like, hey, so how's your pay? So how's the lifestyle? You're not going to do that. You're going to sit down in your seat, get your snacks, go to sleep, and enjoy your flight. So here are some questions that I've been asked. Let's talk. So the first question that I was asked is, do you get annoyed when passengers ask for more snacks or drinks? Honestly, I don't really get annoyed. And I just feel like if I have the catering to do so, because as we all know by now, I do work for a regional company. So we don't get catered like we would as if I worked for the bigger airlines. So if I do have enough catering, I don't mind giving out 2 snacks or a full can if you ask, but only if I have enough. And don't be greedy because we have an entire plane to feed. Next question. Have you ever had to kick somebody off a flight? I personally, where it was my decision, no. But was I working a flight where we did have to kick people off? Yes. Most of the time has been extremely intoxicated situations. Wasn't really anything not. There was one time, and I'm not going to really touch on the details, but it seemed like a racist situation down in the South. And the passenger bucked up at my flying partner. I was, of course, backing up my flying partner. And the captain was like about kicking them off. The gate agents was making a whole bunch of excuses why he needs to fly and blah and all this stuff. Long story short, the captain backed us up. But it's funny because later that night, he didn't understand why my partner was feeling some type of way. And later that day, me and my pilot, we went out to eat or whatever. Nobody else wanted to join us. And I explained to him the situation, away from my flying partner, away from everything. And then he understood. Because it was like, if you doing this on the ground, what you finna do up in the air? And we don't got time. What made you want to become a flight attendant? Honestly, I kept seeing on TikTok some flight attendants and their lifestyle. And when I first became a flight attendant, content in uniform and everything was the biggest thing ever. So glamorous and all these things. I just kept seeing it on TikTok. And I was like, you know what? Let me apply. One of my friends was working in JFK and she was like, yo, you should apply to the airports. It's cool, blah. I was like, all right. So I was applying to anything hiring out of JFK. And my airline came about and the process just worked itself out. And honestly, this has been the best thing I've ever done in life. What's some things you didn't know about before becoming a flight attendant? A few things is the physical aspect, being sick. You get sick all the time being a flight attendant unless you really take care of your body. And I personally drink a lot of liquid IV to stay hydrated, drink a lot of water. I bring my own water on the plane. I do take a lot of emergency packs and vitamins that way. I'm not really big on taking pills every day as far as vitamins or gummies or anything. I don't know. I need to do better, but that's besides the point. The point is I do take some supplements or whatever, whether powder form or whatever, more than I did before becoming a flight attendant because it does take a lot to you. When I first started, I would get severe headaches all the time. Come home, headaches. And I just didn't understand why. And it was because my body was dehydrated. It takes a big toll on your body. If you're flying, especially as a regional flight attendant, you're flying multiple times a day, up and down. That's a lot. And as a passenger, you wouldn't realize that. But as a flight attendant, it's a lot. Also, we don't really get breaks like a 9-to-5 does. We'll have some sits here and there every so often, but we don't get scheduled lunch breaks and stuff like that. So you have to eat when you're able to eat. You have to just eat. How do you handle the time differences? So as a flight attendant, doesn't really take too much on me because I am a regional flight attendant. So I only really work East Coast and Central Time. It's only an hour behind. So it doesn't affect me too much. What I can say is while I am a traveler, that's when it's a lot for me. Because when I went to Africa, I was exhausted because it's 6-7 hour time difference at a certain time. Whereas in New York, I might have been wide awake or whatever. Did notice it a lot going to Asia per se, because the time is in day. So when I was in Tokyo for the first time ever experiencing that much of a time difference, 7 o'clock Tokyo time is 7 a.m. New York time. So I was exhausted by 7 p.m., but then I'm wide awake at 2 a.m. and walking in the streets because I'm now hungry because now it's 2 p.m. back at home. So honestly, try to adjust. It's very hard, but that's why I love solo traveling, because if I'm exhausted at 7 p.m., I'm gonna take a nap. And because I mainly solo travel, who's gonna stop me? Nobody. How do you handle being up and down all day, multiple flights? Honestly, like I said, I hydrate, I drink a lot of water. I'll take like walks on my sits to just get off the plane. It's a lot, especially when you have rude passengers that just don't understand, and you can't expect them to understand because that's not their career choice, so they don't understand. But like, yeah, all of that. And it's a lot. So sometimes you just need a breather in between two flights or multiple flights. Sometimes I will sit, especially in the summer during my layovers, and just rest by the pool and like take throughout the day after working when I feel fit, or go out with my crew and stuff like that. Because honestly, like if you're on a 4 or 5 day trip, especially if you have the same crew the entire time, they become a family. You build a connection with your crew. And sometimes you'll go out to eat and stuff like that and just decompress. Decompression is like a thing. On my days off, I just want to rest or prepare for work. When I have a big stretch off, I'll like take vacation, or if it's like a trip or whatever, just to decompress from the work. I have a really good work-life balance, I feel like. I do work hard some months and then I rest or take vacations other months, or do a mix of the two throughout the months. My layover, I do like Wilmington, North Carolina. I haven't really experienced the beach there, but I heard there was a beach close by. I like my layovers where I have family, like Charlotte, Richmond, stuff like that. I like layovers like that. I really like Burlington, Vermont, especially when I have a longer layover. The lake, beautiful. Everything, beautiful. The hotel is beautiful. The downtown area, beautiful. The snow when it comes down, beautiful over the... Because it's like across from New York side, like Lake Placid, Lake Champlain or whatever. So like seeing the fall leaves, the snow over the lake, the ice over the lake, so beautiful. What's something that passengers, it's easy but actually difficult for crew? Honestly, I can say going through real life issues. So when you have circumstances like the plane crashes that recently happened and like different things like that, you're still forced to keep a smile on your face. You're still forced to deal with your job, although you're really going through things emotionally. I had passengers like stupid comments, like ignorant things. And I'm just like, do you not watch the news? Do you not know what's happening? Like when the whole Toronto happened, when the plane flipped down or whatever, I had passengers like make stupid comments like, thank you for flipping the plane today or whatever. Stupid, ignorant things like that. And it's like, you're not funny. But we still have to keep a smile on our face. When passengers make like, and like, I'm not even joking, stupid dad jokes, like that are to be funny, like ignorant things. And like, team face tells it all. Like, I can't fake like, your joke is not, I'm looking at you, like trying to understand where the funniness is. And it's just not there. But yeah, just keeping like real issues off the aircraft. When politics things happen, like, oh, thank God this or whatever, like, and you're just like, I don't speak politics, so don't ask me. Like, just stupid things like, also like when you're with issues, it's hard. Like your crew might, let's go out to eat. And it's like, no, I really don't have money, but you don't want to disappoint the crew. So you dabble into your savings and it's now, or like, even just like, I'm type, like work so much, I don't have time to dig through my bags between my trips to like, I'll dig through them, like do laundry and stuff, not like replace things. So I buy full size with me to bring to work. And it's like, I have to buy for work as well as home. So like real life money issues, grief, family issues. If it's going on with your family and you're on a 4-day trip, it's kind of hard to like drop everything and go like you would with the 9 to 5. Or like grieving. If you're dealing real life issues, when it comes to grief and stuff like Father's Day, if you lost a parent, or like Valentine's Day, just like different. And it's like, try to keep your mind away from real life things, but you know that you're human. So that is the most difficult thing as a crew member that passengers don't realize. So one thing I love, I'm not gonna lie, is when passengers like give us little sentimental gifts. Give us Starbucks gift cards. Give us little like handwritten notes. Ask about our different things like that, because when you're away from your family, like it's hard. Like it is. You miss events and stuff. But then knowing like passengers like feel sympathetic for the crew or just like different things like that, we enjoy it. We love it. Even if it's a 5 Starbucks gift card, the fact that you thought of me, I smile every time, and I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful that keep bringing your babies on plane. Babies make my heart smile. And although I deal with real life issues, having babies on the plane, and like just yesterday, I had on my aircraft. Well, it was a no service. We were working Rochester to New York, so it's like no service. But he was so cute. He was well behaved. He was 2 years old, so adorable. I brought him some cookies, and he was so like happy, whatever. And during deplaning, he was sitting in the back kind of with me or whatever. He was like a few rows up. But he kept blowing me kisses like, mwah, mwah. And I'm like, oh, he was so cute. And when we deplaned, I gave him some more snacks because he was just so well behaved. And I was just so happy. And it was like amazing. Keep bringing your babies on plane, please. Please ask me to hold yours, please. Because I love it. I love the children. And it just makes my heart melt. Because when you have them rude passengers and then you have the babies, it's just a whole 360. I love it. Another question that I got asked, how are flight attendants paid? So every airline is completely different. I can't speak on any airline besides my own. My regional airline, we get paid twice a month. We'll get a smaller paycheck, which is our like half of our monthly guaranteed. All right, for the month is $75. We'll get paid $37.50 for the first paycheck on the first, which are usually very small. And then our second paycheck is the rest of the guaranteed. Anything else that's owed to us, our per diem and like extra hours and all that stuff. That paycheck is usually, it's looking cute or whatever. But yeah. So our per diem is that we're away from base. So when we first start our report time till we return back to base at the end of our trip, we get paid per diem. My per diem for my airline is $2.20. So every hour I'm away from base, I get $2.20. It does add up. It might seem like, but it does add up. I wish it could be better, but it does add up. We will see like an extra, like, if you're really for them, like I do, I'll see like an extra like $700-800 maybe tax on paycheck. A lot of it, like our regular pay goes to taxes. That does kind of help on the second paycheck month. How often do I work? So it depends. Every month is different. I kind of make my own schedule. I have to work, so I make sure I work a lot. I just finished a 6-day stretch yesterday, but that's because I took off a lot in May, so I have to kind of make up for it. And within the next few months, my birthday, different things, whatever. Not going to speak on it. You'll see when the time comes because I will be vlogging everything. But yeah. So I do travel a little, I'm not going to lie. But I also do work a lot. So the month of June, I did 132 hours. The month of May, I did 80 hours. The month of July, as of now, I'm at like 110-ish. But yeah, I work as much as I want to work. I don't like working a little. I like to do at least 100 hours a month. With being based in New York, which I love that for me, and working a lot of New York flights, you always know, if you know, you know, especially LaGuardia, you will have a lot of the time, especially in the evening flights, you will have a lot of like hold time. So you'll be holding in because of ATC and all that stuff. So you do kind of make some extra money. Yeah, you might end the month with like hours, but you might end the month 110 or whatever. So yeah. Can you have a part-time job as a flight attendant? Yes, you can. You can work for hotels, you can bartending jobs, catering jobs, etc. Things that are super flexible, you can do while being a flight attendant. Flight attendant is my only career. I love it. This is my only job. I do want a part-time job at a hotel or whatever, or build up my influencing and stuff like that. But as of now, flight attendant is my only job, my only source of income. So yeah. All right, well, I'm off this. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys got some questions answered. If you do have some more questions about the flight attendant life, comment them down below. Let me know. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, aliyahlynettex. Follow me on TikTok, everything LeahX. Be sure to show some love. Drop a comment. drop a heart, drop a like, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. It's only up from here. I love y'all so much. Bye.
She gon' take her whatever she want. She pissed me off somehow, she still get whatever she want. Talking about a nigga from the Nella as a home. Hit it in the shower, made her tell me what she want. Like I'm singing mix, I made her tell me what she want.